thought Josh was the fourth man.
All right, here we go. Are you serious? That's how we're going to start this? On a bad note? Because I'm going to kill you.
Monkey, the fingerless bandit.
Yeah, this kid's the worst. What happened to my music?
It's playing, but it's really low. Hey, there we go.
We're back.
We're back.
Another ep. 3-man pod today.
3-man.
We're on the 3-man, as they say.
I love a good three-way.
3-way. It's called a triple threat, first of all.
If you're an
y'all are like
ECW,
white bread and I'm like peanut butter in the middle? Hey, yo.
if you're an
that's
ECW,
right.
it's a 3-way dance.
That is true. That is true. Welcome to the SVW Podcast. As always, my name is Roman Fiorella. I'm here with Heck.
Here. Why you get the whole
Yeah,
government?
what the hell?
I just get heck.
I'm sorry, Roman. My name's Roman. Hector Martinez. And Gunky Main, Max Reed, a.k.a.
Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, bleep that
The
part
Gov.
out.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody knows my gov.
Okay, calm
Jesus
down.
Christ.
That's breaking kayfabe.
That is breaking kayfabe big time.
Oh, my God.
But we got a big show for you guys today.
They're gonna be like, I didn't listen to this show because this guy Max was on there.
I know.
Yeah, that's
They're
like
who-
if you walked up to John Cena and you're like, hey,
John.
oh wait, that's like if you went up to
Bad
Randy.
example.
That's like if you went up to Randy Orton and you're like, hey,
Randy.
His
Oh,
name
shit.
Randy? You're an idiot.
shit.
It's like you went up to the Undertaker.
Yeah, and you were like, hey,
Alright,
Mark
fine.
What's up,
Calloway.
Mark?
It's like if you went up to Ron Killings and
You're
you're
like,
like,
wait a
fuck,
minute.
I'm not gonna do this one.
This
You
guy's
can't
terrible.
handle the truth.
There's way too many wrestlers with
Oh,
their real
brother,
names.
this guy stinks. We got a big show for you guys today. Huge development on Raw. A very special superstar is back. What do you guys think of the return of Goldberg?
Yeah, I feel like how I feel about his vintage shirts. Trash.
Yeah,
I thought he
I
had
would
good
agree.
vintage shirts. I
he
thought
has
it was the whole
like
thing.
one. He has like one good one.
It's so funny because like as a kid he was cool as hell.
Right.
But as you get older and you like see things and understand things differently, you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
I think he's
I know.
cool when he's not old.
You like Goldberg, not Oldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldberg kind of.
I think even when he returned against Brock Lesnar the last couple times,
Well, we'll definitely get into.
Yeah, in the Saudi verse, you're crazy.
nah, bro, they had a couple good matches. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I guess. After that, looking like there's some trouble brewing on the AEW front as far as a little lawsuit. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, if there's a guy that calls a lawsuit, Moxley would be that gentleman.
I totally agree.
Is this a work?
Well,
I don't think so.
Look, he's doing John Cena a little better. Like, I'm ruining wrestling.
Are we getting worked here?
He's ruining the company. They're going under.
No, those fucking
No.
cons have trillions.
I'm about to say, he's just like, Dad, I need a few mil.
It's like, Dad, sell the Jaguars.
Damn.
My wrestling company's going under.
He's not even like, Dad, let me get the grocery fund.
Yeah, exactly. After that, unfortunate news: Liv Morgan with an injury could be out for a while. That really sucks.
I feel like every time somebody has the women's tag titles, somebody gets injured.
Yeah,
They're going to have
It's
to
a cursed
They're
belt.
cursed.
give them up. Niggas going to have to vacate the titles. I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And now I feel like they were like forced. Like if you've seen lately, like Roxanne's been giving Liv a little attitude. Like, so now they're like forcing the split, which wasn't probably going to happen. I don't know.
Can they relinquish one belt?
Who's done that?
Yeah, they've done that before.
I'm about to say Bianca, right, and
Really?
Jade and Naomi's situation, and then
I think
when Chelsea Green had it with fuck, I forget who she had it with, but they got injured and Doudrop became her like tag team partner.
And then they became tag. Okay,
I think historically, even back in like the Ruthless Aggression era, I'm pretty positive like Jericho and Edge won the tag team championships, and then Edge got hurt, so then it became Jericho. It was something
Heck's
like
favorite tag
or
team.
or it was Miz.
One of them,
It was either Miz or Jericho had a tag partner, and then they got hurt, and they went with like the Big Show. I think
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive in that era that happened. But yeah,
Do you
Yeah,
rather
to that.
relinquish or do you think it's cool that they can?
I think you should relinquish.
If you get a new partner, you just got to work your way.
Why does somebody just get a title? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like...
I don't know. Maybe you do a handicap match tournament. That'd be crazy.
I think if it's like a heel and they somehow... Like, I don't think a babyface team should just be able to add a new member. I don't think that's like... They didn't
very
earn
babyface thing to do.
Yeah, I think...
Well, we'll get into that.
But a quick way out of that is just literally tag match for the titles that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just replace the person. You know what I mean? Like, it's just vacant. You know what I mean? Instead of a title defense, and they win.
Right. And they just win it back.
Yeah. So it's not that hard to work your way out of that.
Yeah. After that, we got King of the Ring, or Night of Champions. We got the Punk versus Cena, King of the Ring match, Queen of the Ring match, and Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. This actually, I'm kind of excited for this.
Nah, man. It seems like they're doing they did King of the Ring last year in Saudi.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. But they never do anything with it.
Yeah, they do.
It's just
very
like
short term.
You're the king.
No, King of the Ring. You get a world title shot at SummerSlam.
Right. But it used to be like you'd be the King Mabel or King Booker.
Yeah.
It was for the year until the next.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like once you have your match, like
I'm actually kind of anti that.
Yeah, really?
A little bit. I think it's kind of hokey. I feel like you're really gonna tell me if Cody Rhodes wins King of the Ring, he's gonna be King Rhodes and act like a king for the rest of the year? Like, that's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, Stone Cold's a perfect example.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
He didn't have to be like King Stone Cold, King Steve.
Yeah, so I feel like
Steve would be sick. They should have done that.
It's gimmick by gimmick. Now let's say like fucking, I could see like an egotistical like prick winning. Like you're the king, or
Chad
like
Gable, or like Austin Theory, or somebody like that. Like really like dragging it out and playing it up.
Yeah.
I feel like it works better with the females,
right?
Like a queen of the ring, like, and then you act like the queen.
Nia Jax won last year, right?
Yeah, that works. Yeah. That was pretty sick.
But I mean, like you didn't see her like Queen Nia the whole year.
Yeah,
like once
really.
she had her
no,
match,
but she was wearing that crown a little bit.
That's what I mean, but it just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then remember, Gunther won, but he wouldn't put the crown on. Remember that?
But it's like
so crazy
character gimmick.
Of course,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, I just wanted tournament to show you that I'm that good.
Right.
I'm not about this fucking, you know what I mean, masquerade. I'm gonna wear a crown all day like King Nazi.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna get into all that as well as a couple quick hits before we leave, but let's start at the top of the card here. Goldberg returned to Raw.
Knock on the
challenged Gunther. Said a month ago or a couple months ago in Atlanta.
Like 8 months ago, they like teased something. I feel like the opportunity came way late. That like now, if you didn't watch then or you don't remember that, you know what I mean? 8 months ago, that like short kind of thing.
What was it? Bad Blood, right?
Bad Blood, yeah. That like, who cares? And there's no story to it. He just came out and like
challenged him.
I know like Woody hates when I like bring up other like podcasts, but like I was watching Busted Open and like Dave McGregor, like he was like dead on with it. Like I don't always agree with the guy, but like this time I was like, bro, you're 1,000% like on the ball. And it was just like there's no story to it. It's just, he just came out. There's so many ways that it could have been situated, done, figured out, story wise to make sense. Not just here you go.
Yeah, I could not agree more.
Because it's not even something that people really wanted.
Yeah, that was my question. Like, who asked for this? Like, who was like, who we need to get back in the ring? Goldberg.
I think we could have got it without it being like. I think the most egregious part of it is that it's just fucking a world title match.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
could have been a respect thing. Like, I mean, Gunther talk shit to him 8 months ago.
Bro,
you're my favorite wrestler. You really think you're my favorite?
I don't want to see Gunther. Gunther throws guys around, hit him with power bombs. Goldberg's not gonna be able to do that. I just want to see Braun Breaker and Goldberg go spear for spear.
Like, Braun Breaker
retire him. It's non-title, bro. That guy idolizes Goldberg. He has a fucking Goldberg tattoo on his arm. He grew up the Steiners. Goldberg's known him since a little boy. I've heard him do interviews about it. Braun Breaker should be the one retiring Goldberg. There's no reason fucking Gunther and Goldberg should be doing it. Like, it's not believable. Honestly, if it's Braun Breaker and there's no title involved, it could go either way.
Right.
Goldberg could walk out. You know what I mean? Like
it could have been over the spear. Oh, you think you know what a spear? You know what I mean? It could have been some story off of kind of that shit.
Right.
Like, little boy, like, I taught you how to do a spear.
Like, I was doing viral spears before you were even out of your daddy's nutsack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like
something like
that. And that's the craziest part about this is that now that there's a title on the line,
you know that
Goldberg's not. You think Goldberg's going to get the title? And this is, again...
John Cena's going to come out and, like, interfere and, like, cause Gunther the match to ruin wrestling and give Goldberg the belt.
Again, like, this is... And I bring this up all the time on this podcast. I hate these matches where they put these matches and everybody knows who's going to win. It is so
WWE,
dumb.
Triple H, like, one of the interviews after a pay-per-view, he was, like, talking about, like, you know what I mean? Like, not treating us like we're stupid. Bro, like, I feel like you're treating us like we're stupid. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, where did this come from? And everybody already knows how I feel about Gunther. It's boring. And then Goldberg, to your point, Goldberg's lost his, last 4 matches? 5, maybe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
when even was his last match?
you're going to go out on your 6L? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, why?
Like,
and then it's like,
exactly.
how entertaining can it be? Because Gunther is a big guy, like Gunk was saying. So, like, he's not going to come in, jackhammer, spear. You know what I mean? Like, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like,
his last match was versus Roman Reigns at Saudi.
Is Goldberg about to be taking powerbomb bumps?
Is Goldberg getting chopped?
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes more sense. You can chop an
more
old man,
sense,
but is he about to take a fucking powerbomb bump?
I mean, he looked rough getting in and out of the ring Monday.
Bro,
like,
he was sweating profusely.
Yeah.
All he did was say a couple words.
Yeah. I just...
Limped to the ring when he came down.
I have a theory. That I think, especially with all these NIL signings, like I think his son Gage, because he's a collegiate, he's a football player,
trying to set that kind of.
I think they've already been playing. I mean, bro, his little fat ass got in the ring. Remember when he was little and everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And he took his shirt off and he was just like, "Bro." But I think that kid wants to be a wrestler.
Right.
I mean, what do I know? I don't fucking know them, but I mean, it would make sense. And like, I know Woody's all like, fucking, I hate Nepo babies and shit like that, but like, historically, wrestling really is a fucking like
Nepo
family lineage
sport.
Bro, it really is because you know what it is. It's a sport full of long-term storytelling, and what is better long-term storytelling than like father-son dynamics, like shit like that. You know what I mean? That's generational. That's like that means things to people. That you know what I mean? Like people's dads told them about that family. Like
Rey Mysterio and Dom won the tag title together. First time father and son. That was like a cool moment.
Right.
Like,
Totally,
oh shit.
totally.
Like, talk about passing the torch.
So like. With that being said, it's like I wouldn't be. I know people are anti Goldberg. I wouldn't be mad at seeing his son try to do some shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's got. You know what I mean?
His son gets in the ring. Like his dad gets beat.
Listen,
and if keeps choking him out, and then his son gets in the ring.
Listen, if you're the shits, I don't want no part. Like I don't want you there just because of your name. You know what I mean?
No,
like, but I'm okay with. Unlike Woody, I'm okay with giving people a chance based on their name just for the story's sake. And if you're fucking decent, like a Braun Breaker, like a Dominic Mysterio, and I think Woody would agree with that because I think Woody likes Braun Breaker and Dominic Mysterio. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I've never heard any bad things about Dominic from Woody. You know what I mean? On the Nepo side of things, and
the whole thing was just I don't know. It just could have gave us us the reason for it. I guess
100%.
You know what I mean? Then just.
Lazy booking, as Jim Cornette always says.
We're going to just throw this guy, you know what I mean? Oh, we did this 8 months ago and never capitalized on it. Like, here goes our chance now. Let's take the belt off the number one merch seller.
Exactly.
Like, it didn't even need to be for the belt. Like, the story was already started. Had nothing to do with the belt. Yeah. And, like, John Cena had to, they were talking about John Cena had to sell his soul to get his title shot.
Yeah.
Goldberg just
walks in
and it's just like, I'm next.
He's just like,
The only thing I saw online, and somebody made a good point, the only thing that could really save this is if Goldberg won the belt and Seth cashed in on him that night.
Boo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So he wins the belt, then Braun Breaker comes down and is like, you want to see a spear? And he spears the shit out of Goldberg. And then Seth hits with a stomp, and then 1, 2, 3.
Man.
See, that not necessarily that it's the best angle.
That would be the worst, bro. You would completely bury Gunther.
Yeah, but would it be better than if Goldberg just won the belt?
No, I don't think Gunther should lose.
Didn't even need to be for the belt.
No, I don't think he's going to lose, but that goes back to my point about having matches where everyone knows what the result is going to be. That is the only reason why it would be interesting if that actually happened. Because otherwise it's like, cool, Gunther won. We all knew that was going to happen.
I think Gunther beating Goldberg and then getting cashed in on by Seth would be a better option. But I don't want to see Seth with the fucking World Heavyweight Championship again. I want to see him with the Cody's belt or Cena's belt, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's July 12th, right? Is Saturday night's main event, so I guess we will have to wait and see.
It's on a Saturday, right?
Actually, I think this one's on a Friday. I think it's on a Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday night's main event. Next up, big AEW lawsuit coming down the pike here. Not great. Production crew member, I'm reading from the takedown. Production crew member who has worked with AEW since 2019 has filed a civil lawsuit against company and AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. In it, he alleges various degrees of negligence by AEW and Moxley, alongside civil lawsuit and battery against Moxley concerning an incident on AEW Dynamite in 2023. So, for
2023.
Those... Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, like, I guess... Sometimes you know how these things go with these lawsuits. Like, it takes time to, like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's the case here. I don't know if this is just...
Statute of limitations was coming up.
Yeah.
Probably 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen the video, Moxley basically just, like, hits this dude.
It's like a camera guy.
Yeah.
It didn't even hit him that hard. The dude took a bump like he's been in the ring before.
True. Do you think this is a work?
Like LeBron. Like, come on. He didn't even get hit. And, like, it made sense with the, Moxley's counter character. Like, fuck everybody, fuck all authority kind of thing. And just, like, pushed him out of the way. But I was like, he didn't, like, put him through the table or, you know what I mean? Throw him over the barricade. Like, and it took 2 years.
He didn't hit him with a baseball bat.
Like, somebody got in that guy's ears and was like, yo, bro, you should sue. You can probably get some money off of this. Like, what are they paying you now? And he was like, I don't know. Like, I like my job. And it's like the 2 year mark's coming up. And he's like, all right, fuck it. Like, let me see what I can do. Like, I'll go work for PWE or ICW or fucking who knows what wrestling company.
You know what?
It does say he was not an employee of AEW.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say, like, honestly, this boils down to it's the company's problem. It's honestly negligence on Tony Khan's level to a certain degree, because I feel like wrestling is such a wild fucking sport. Like, it's not even sport, it's entertainment. It's all over the place. It's like I would have all of my things covered. Like, I would have anybody who's working around there, especially in a Moxley cage match. Like, bro, they be having glass spots. Like, I would have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. I would make sure that everybody's like under everybody's under a release form, a fucking NDA, not even NDA, but you know what I'm fucking saying. Like, like anybody who's down there by the ring is not accounted for physically. So if something happens,
look, you know me, I don't like to diss AEW, but they do have a history of, not always having all their ducks in a row. They let their superstars do whatever.
Literally, fucking patients running the asylum.
Yeah, like, I mean, bruh, again, I don't want to harp on it, but it goes back to, like, MJF signing in a gym, in a high school gym. It's like, why would you have your top star signing in a high school gym? Because they just let these dudes do whatever, and that's okay. But when it's time to pay the piper in this type of instance, you can't really be mad
and they
when
know,
this
they
type
know
of shit
better,
happens.
because, like, even, like, down to security, when security, quote unquote, like, you know what I mean? They're all, like, indie wrestlers, or, you know what I mean? Like so, if you knew somebody was going to take a bump, and I'm not mad about the bump, like, at least plan accordingly to it. But also, like, if you're working a wrestling show, you know it comes with certain possibilities. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it says though Dispenza, who's the guy, alleges in the lawsuit that the incident resulted in him requiring cervical fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecified injuries. So again,
yeah, that's like you get in a car accident. Your lawyer's like, say your back hurts.
100%. Yeah.
I got chronic back pain.
Totally, it totally could be that situation. Really though, at the end of the day, the
Guy's
real
like, I'll settle for
$2 million. You know,
a quarter of the Jaguars.
Exactly. That's the other
Just give
thing.
me season tickets.
Fortunately for the Khan family, they are extremely rich, and
Loaded.
basically they're just gonna like break.
Dirty,
off.
stinking.
Yeah, it's just bad press.
Billionaire.
Yeah, it's bad press, but really, like at the end of the day, what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, "Okay, cut the check."
Yeah, it's
and
just like
that's
fuel for Jim Cornette to like rant about. Honestly,
Which is my favorite.
that's honestly the worst of their problems.
Listen,
Just something else for like AEW haters to just
Yeah.
like,
yes.
go on about.
Oh my God, you guys had this lawsuit. Shut up. And again,
Somebody
like I said,
got hurt at a wrestling show?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah, like I said, again,
Well, no, I mean it is very unprofessional, but
it's
it's coming from a company also that's only been around like for 3 or 4 years, like, and this happened like 2 years, like this happened probably like 2 years into their fucking company because it happened like 2 years ago.
So they're around like 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it happened 2 years ago. Yeah, it happened like
Right
3
before
years
COVID,
into their
yeah.
company's existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's gonna be
he
some.
probably he was like a contracted guy. It wasn't like a
Right.
full time.
Yeah, he worked for.
It's no mass transit incident. I'll
Oh,
tell you that
well,
much. And
definitely
ECW went on for a little bit after
Yeah,
that.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to be impartial on these things. You guys do too, but
Yeah, I
it's
guess
not
I
great
can see both
press.
sides of
But
it.
honestly, the worst that's going to happen to them is.
But is it something you
we
really
had to pay a couple
are
mil.
surprised happened at AEW?
No, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, they. And again, I don't want to compare, but WWE runs a super tight ship from what we know about them on and off camera.
They dot their I's and
They
cross
dot their I's
T's.
and cross their T's. They have these guys,
They're dotting and crossing letters that don't even need dots and crosses.
Exactly. They
over
got
there. They got dotted O's and fucking M's.
exactly. Everything is to a T. Everything is, manufactured and specified to a point. And
Annoyingly so.
I know, exactly, annoyingly so. And I think AEW sometimes lacks in that department. Now, speaking of injuries, Liv Morgan.
Get well soon, Liv.
She sustained an injury this past week on Raw, which is really unfortunate.
Roman has a Liv
Kyrie
Morgan
Sane
tattoo.
I surely
with
do.
Kyrie.
I have her signature tattooed.
You should
on my
take a
leg.
picture and say "Get well soon," and then underneath it your
yeah, you
tattoo.
I should. I
And
did
tag
it
her.
before. She never responded, but it's cool.
You know, Roman, giant Liv Morgan stan.
I like Liv.
Got so much. He got a tattoo of her signature.
Yeah. Michael Cole said she suffered a dislocated shoulder. While it's unknown how it could affect her, it typically is she'll be out for a couple months. Probably.
She saw, didn't the Rhea shoulder pop out and she popped it back in?
That was a
Match?
fucking work, bro. She
You
smacked
sure?
it.
I don't know.
She smacked into the fucking corner.
I heard she's
the corner
double
post.
jointed so she can pop it in and out for
Right,
a
right,
prior
yeah.
injury.
Yeah. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, we were talking about it before the show. What does this mean for the tag team
It's
titles?
the curse of the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Constantly, every time a female tag team, somebody consistently getting her injured to where they had to relinquish the titles or fill it
Get rid
in
of
with
them.
somebody.
Get rid of them.
Just get rid of the titles.
Get rid of them.
I heard there's rumors of it.
Fucking get rid of them.
There's
There's no reason.
rumors going around.
What name?
So that they can focus now more on the women's United States and
Exactly.
Intercontinental.
Name 2 tag teams now that Caden Carter and whatever
Katana
Chance are gone. Seriously, it's female tag teams. Name 2. We got Raquel and Liv, and who else? Maybe the hurt
Asuka and the she service.
Yeah, the
service.
Secret Service.
Yeah.
Hervis.
Service. I think
Secret Hervis.
She sells.
Down by the seashore.
Secret Service.
Yeah, maybe those two. Like, what the fuck? There is no women's tag division. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
They put two single. Literally, for the most of this year, the women's tag team champions were just two singles wrestlers:
Right.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
They don't have tag teams. Like,
There aren't.
And they're both single stars.
And again,
Bianca doesn't need a.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a tag team. Those are two single stars that you had nothing else for because you didn't want to give them the world championship because
100%.
you had other angles going.
It's like the same problem. I mean, obviously, it's not as much with the men's, but it's the same problem with the men's. They just have
and I feel like
a bunch of guys. Oh, these guys are friends. Let's have them team up, and then.
I disagree. I think the men's tag team division is deep as fuck.
Now, yeah.
Now,
but still not focused on
yeah.
booking wise.
Yeah, 100%.
I do like this whole like all the tag teams ganging up on the Wyatt Six angle. I like that a lot actually.
But yeah,
like heel and face ones. Like gotta figure
the women's tag team was like something like Gunk was saying like with like Jade and Bianca. It was just something to have women involved in and still doing something title wise where you didn't know what to do with them. There was no mid-card title, so if you're not fighting for the Raw or, you know what I mean, SmackDown Women's title, what are you doing if you're a top star? And now they got so much talent because the female roster is so deep that it's like now you got these mid-card titles. Just get rid of the tag titles at this point.
I agree.
Yeah, it sucks, but if they're not going to do anything with it, like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, but get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Liv. Liv.
Is Dom going to be like babying her, you know, feeding her and stuff? Like,
dude. Like
who's going to make us... Roxanne's going to make him his chicken nuggies.
100%.
Yeah.
Listen, like we said in the group chat, do you think they're shoot fucking or what?
It's a little weird. Do you see the picture?
Did you see the picture on blast?
You see the picture of him pulling her hair? I was like,
I don't want to put my man Dom on blast.
No, yeah, friend of the pod, Dominic Mysterio.
No, he's married and all.
Yeah. We're gonna stay quiet on that one.
What if she's like his, like, you know, like you're like that? She's like the one get out of jail for him, like, you know what I mean? Like you're one, like, you know what I mean?
They really
card
gotta
where it's
sell
like,
the
yo,
angle.
if you like banged her, like I wouldn't be mad at you.
Well, yeah, they got to sell the angle. You know what I mean?
And he's in kayfabe all day, like
He
you know
sure
what I mean. He does
is.
it with like his dad, like Rey Mysterio. You know, the guy fucking respects
that
his dad.
fucking deadbeat.
But right, you know what I mean. He stays in character for that. Why not for that?
Yeah. Except when J.A. snuck up on him at Madison Square Garden, but that's a different story. Well, yeah. Hopefully, Liv gets well soon. Live, laugh, love, all that.
Oh my god.
Next up, we got Night of Champions coming up next weekend. I know it's a little early, but we will be missing a pod next week, so we got to talk about it now.
Yeah, I did suggest that me, Heck, and Roman just try to predict what happens next week and talk about it, and then we just keep whatever actually.
There's a King of the Ring number one contestant match. Like
we're like, so Jay is in the finals now?
Jay died in the ring.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make some wild calls just in case something crazy happens.
Something crazy happens.
Rikishi's mad that Jay didn't win King of the Ring.
That is
Rest in peace,
that is an easy prediction.
And
if he does not win, that will be the truth.
We're sending our early RIPs to Marty Jannetty this week.
Shout out friend of the show, Marty Jannetty. We hope you don't pass away.
Party with Marty.
If not, we will use this for next week's pod.
If that is true, we will cut this into.
That's the only silver lining in your passing.
That will already have.
But I'm surprised Punk is. How much did they pay? He got a check for this. Because he was very open about like taking that Saudi blood money, and now he's taking that Saudi blood money.
Is that how that even works, though? I don't know how the WWE contract works. Like, is he getting paid more? Like, I feel like he's under like a salary. Like, there's is he?
Well, I feel like the Saudi verse. Like, I feel like it's like different. Like, it's not. It's like like you're booked for 37 appearances, and then like certain things are like. Especially somebody his level, that I feel like they could negotiate, or you know what I mean, like in their contract, like but I'm not going to Saudi.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
Here's
like, or I'm not doing this. Mid card guys, you take what you can fucking get to be on the big show, but I feel like certain talent, you know what I mean, like they put their dick on the table and like nah, I'm not doing that.
No, I can guarantee you this is exactly what happened. And this is, I'm pretty sure, from my thinking about this, is probably what happened the first couple times they did this when they had Brothers of Destruction versus DX. They said, okay, Punk, we're going to Saudi. He said, I'm good. They told the Saudi guys that. And the Saudi guys were like, you know what? Break him off X amount
How much
more
to
millions.
get him here? What's the
Exactly.
number?
Exactly.
And he gave his not for sale number. Like, bro, I would do it for $4 million.
They're like, double it.
The sheik over there was like, gotcha.
Yeah, 100%. Because that is really like
you got Zelle?
That's how the shit exactly. Like, that's how the shit goes. So that is
Punk
I'm
owns
assuming
like 10% of like an oil field.
yeah, like because it's like here's the thing, Punk. For what it's worth, I know we talked about this last week with Woody about how he thinks that all the stuff that Punk says is like kind of gimmicked and he's not like real. I totally disagree. I think he is legit with the things that he like stands on, not kayfabe like shoot stands on. I mean, he was out at like the No Kings rally this past week. Like, I think he like legit believes the shit that he says. So for him to step back, like to go back on that, I mean, look. I love, I agree with them, but there is a certain amount of money to a point where you're like, I can't say no.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't say no.
I need $5 million to suck a dick.
Well, I mean, different circumstances, but I get what you're saying. I can't, you can't say no at a certain
go
point.
out the window,
Exactly.
when those commas and zeros hit.
So maybe that's what it was. Maybe he had a change of heart. Who knows? But I assume that they said, okay, here's a check. Write what you want.
I'll give you a blank check to lick
yeah.
Mabel's sweaty ass after a match.
I mean, to a certain extent, also, I feel like he's got to think, like, at the very least, like, there are fans in Saudi that want to see him.
Yeah.
And they don't, and like just like his government, he doesn't, bro. He was just at the No Kings March.
Yeah.
Just like his government doesn't represent him. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of those fans don't necessarily like all the decisions that like they're, you know what I mean,
Totally.
that's going on over
Yeah.
there. So like for him to deprive, you know what I mean, CM Punk fans in that country of CM Punk, like I'm sure to a certain extent that has to be part of his decision.
They're still like the fans are still fans. The fans aren't the government.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aren't making women not drive or like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Over
like,
there in Saudi, they love that like ruthless aggression attitude era. Seeing
surely
these
do.
guys, and Cena and Punk was a big thing back in the day. Ruthless
Huge.
aggression, like you know what I mean.
And also to
one of his biggest rivals.
And also to Punk's credit, I mean, Saudi is the most progressive country over in that region at this point in time, and I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, within the last couple years. No, I mean within. I mean, but even within the last couple years, like as like women can now drive in Saudi, so like I'm sure, like so I'm sure, like
to say that women can now drive.
I mean, it's insane. In 2025, I know, but
insane.
like I'm sure, like
they shouldn't.
Even when, Jesus Christ,
But
even when Punk tweeted the infamous blood money covered dick tweet, you know what I mean? Things were different even back then. There were still laws that, you know what I mean, haven't been passed, and their culture was different. But
I mean, you see, Sami Zayn, you know what I mean? He wouldn't go over there for religious reasons, but that shit changed, and he felt comfortable going over there.
Well, yeah, they definitely, like, that is true. Like, they definitely are. I mean, you see it fucking all the time. They are trying to brush up their image big time because, we have the boxing, we have the UFC, and now you have the WWE, and you have all these things. You have all these attractions there now, and all this shit. I see like once a week people being like, "Come to Saudi," you know what I mean?
Well, and they want American tourism, and I mean, you can't have American tourism without our values to a certain extent, and like we respect our women are
we
on
stand
par.
on
I used to say that when they first started going over there, and like you would see the women in like in the match they're wearing like fucking F1 race suits, but then like they're like
slowly,
at a hotel in like bathing suits, and you're like. At first, I was like, they're allowed to like wear that,
but
like,
in those resorts, it's pretty much all goes
like regular because of the tourism,
and then also like as like Saudi's going on, like the bodysuits that the women wear have been like, you know what I mean, like less like at first it was like literally they're just wearing like
remember they wore the bodysuit with a t-shirt,
bro, it was insane.
And now they just wear like, and it had to be a loose bodysuit. Now they wear like fitted
Spandex,
cat suits.
Yeah, they're like,
They're
One day they will just be able to go over there and wrestle in their regular ring gear.
Yeah.
one day.
But yeah, I was surprised. I enjoyed the Punk Cena promo on Raw Monday. It was good. It was solid. I like Punk
sick,
calling it out, like Cena saying shit like, "I'm a ruin wrestling." And he was like, "Wow, you sound like me." And he was like, "I sound like you." Like these little like middle school jabs.
Yeah,
like you look
exactly.
like you got picked last for the baseball team. Like
Yeah, it's funny. Like,
and then Truth came out.
yeah,
So yeah, well, Ron Killings came out, not
Ron
Truth.
Killings. Oh yeah, we
Put Cena in the STF.
yeah. Yeah, I
What
think
the fuck are they doing with Ron Killings, man? I
have
really
no
don't know.
idea.
What is the move moving? Like, is he going to be in Saudi? Is he going to involve Saudi?
Who
Like,
knows?
Maybe, but we know Cena's not going to lose the title. I would have liked to see Cena
Right.
versus Punk later in Cena's retirement tour.
yeah, that was such a SummerSlam alley oop.
Right. The
Yeah.
fact that it's in the Saudi verse, like,
Yeah,
Bro,
this is a match that should be on a big 4 pay-per-view.
Right.
I totally agree.
I guess they're going to do what? Cody, Cena, SummerSlam.
I guess so.
I guess.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
hope it's better than the first
as
one.
soon as Cody came back, it was all directed towards Cena since then. So
Wait,
Yeah.
does that mean Cody will win at fucking SummerSlam then?
I don't want him to. Not yet.
I need to see Cena do a little bit more before.
Yeah.
I need to see Cena put in a real fucking work rate match, dude. This fucking...
He's fucking old as shit.
okay,
What are you expecting?
but then why are you putting the title on him?
Yeah.
Why are we
I've
gonna...
seen a
Just
lot
for
of
the
people
17.
complaining about that.
Just the 17.
Why the fuck are we gonna put the... Dude, listen.
For the 17.
Listen, I love
Sell
Cena.
tickets.
I love Cena as much as the
Butts
next
and
guy.
seats.
I agree, but like, yo, what... Are we just compromising the entire product at this point to just put butts in seats?
AEW should do the funniest thing ever and throw it on Ric Flair just to one up.
Yeah, that.
Like, you're gonna throw it on
Yeah.
Cena again, or
Like, are we just compromising just good wrestling at this point just to put butts in seats? Dude, Cena has not had a good match yet on this run, correct? A good actual like
Cena
work
was
rate
never
match.
a great work rate
100
wrestler.
he
I mean,
wasn't.
he worked. He had a good work rate, but he just wasn't like a crazy
He-
technical
he-
in the ring kind of. Great character, crazy charisma,
And
all
I
that,
totally
the package.
agree.
But that's so. My bad. I'm gonna go in a little quick.
No, please,
But that's
please.
why, like, back in the day, like, you could do that, and we were cool with that. You didn't
Yes.
have to be great in the ring. Everybody had their 5 moves of doom.
Yes,
The great characters got over. Not
100%.
100%. You know what I mean? Like,
but he's
all the way
had
back to like Hogan. You know what I mean? Like a leg drop, a big boot to the face. You know what I mean? The charisma and the character work was there.
100%. And you need people to believe that it's
a different
there's
day
a
now, though.
competition. Like, okay, think about it, right? Okay, let's go back to what was it? Punk versus Cena. What was it? Money in the Bank, right? You remember that match? And that was later in their careers, as well as Cena's career. That match is incredible. I think it's like the only 5-star match he's ever had. Like,
Goes what we always say though. Look who you're in there with.
I know
Punk
it's just
in,
like
Punk in his prime was as much as what he hates. the
he's
guy.
great. He was great.
He was
And-
a great in-ring wrestler.
But you do have a point though about there's a sense of competition that you don't need even if you're not a great in-ring talent. And like you said, Cena has never been a tremendous in-ring talent. He's never been up there with, the greats ever do it, but he had that character and he was able to portray a real competition with the guy. And we have not seen that yet of him.
Yeah.
Right?
But
Punk,
is that part of the gimmick? Is he just trying to ruin wrestling for us?
I get it, but I'm gonna side with Woody
all
on
the
this.
little gunks that you know what I mean. Like
I know, but
grew
I'm
up
gonna-
on Cena doing a ruthless aggression.
I'm gonna side
like,
with Woody on this. I still have to be entertained. I don't want to just see a boring match. That sucks. If he keeps winning the title, fine.
middle-aged man going bald,
Exactly, but like if I just have to watch him like kind of work and then just win the title again, that sucks. That's like boring. And it's gonna make me turn the TV off. And that is where they
turn
don't
the TV
wanna
off.
do.
Turn the TV off.
And now with like CM Punk being where he's at in his career, he was a great guy working in
Yeah.
the ring wrestling before. not so much now. Now it's more so on his character, but he's older, so it just kind of is what it is. So like, I really need him to step it up to carry it.
Yeah.
Like, so we can get that feeling again.
Yeah. I know. I agree. I mean, in any case, who do you guys have winning this?
Cena.
Yeah, me too. Which again, we should not sit here, all three of us, and be like,
Last
Cena,
pay-per-view, we called the whole pay-per-view.
But that is not fun. There should be like a thought that like, oh, maybe Punk will win. But we all just sit here and go, obviously it's Cena. That sucks. Don't you know what I mean? Like, that sucks. We should not have wrestling matches where it's so clear who's going to... I'm beating it at horse at this point.
The back and forth chair instead of let's go Cena.
Well,
Cena
to be fair,
Punk.
To be fair, anybody versus Cena at this point in his run is going to be Cena's going to win.
I know, but that's garbage.
Right.
That sucks. Like,
What's
okay.
he say? He's got 17 more dates.
Bro, okay, fine. Take the belt off of him. Give it to Punk for 2 weeks and then put it back. Like, that's way better.
I mean, but you're saying, like, but that's not always true because, like, let's say, like, and this isn't a good example because obviously Gunther's going against Goldberg and we don't want to see Goldberg. But, like, Gunther versus whoever was going to be next. Whoever was going to be next was not going to win that championship just because Gunther just won it. We know that Gunther's not losing it.
But why? Is that how the booking goes? Why is it back in the day, in the Attitude Era, correct me if I'm wrong, those matches, they would have fucking Mick Foley beat whoever it was, The Rock, on Monday Night Raw. And then like a week later, they put the title on somebody else. So much more entertaining, especially
now with so much top talent. You know what I mean? There's so many guys that
and
believably could have the belt. Like,
that's the worst part. The worst part is that there are people that if you were like, oh, put Cena against
like
X
if Randy
person,
beat Cena, you wouldn't be like, what?
Exactly.
Like,
those
you'd be like, all right.
Exactly.
Like,
those two at this point in their careers are on the same level. So why the fuck wouldn't we have it maybe be a competition instead of
Randy might win this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see a cool match, but at the end of the day, everybody knows Cena's walking away with the belt.
They're chasing that LTST.
And also, we did just see the world title drop on a Raw. So
no, totally. But that match was actually like that was the first time in a long time where I've been like, oh shit, that was was.
I
sick.
just think Jay's booking has been very like
total
out of the blue, which is kind of refreshing. I like that he had a short little run. You know
agree.
What I mean? Like I think that's like I think more people should have short little runs like that.
I totally agree. I just think that they should book the higher level belts, if that's what you want to call them, that way instead of just, oh, it's a mid card belt, so we can just put it on whoever for a week and then take it off.
Yeah.
It is annoying that they don't do that for the higher level belts, but whatever. It's
because it's always a long-term storytelling chase. So like the thing is Cody beating Cena. So whoever faces Cena beforehand isn't going to win. The story is Cody in the chase again, saving wrestling from Cena trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So anything in between, we know what's going to happen.
Sucks. Do you want to watch a movie where you know what's going to happen at the end?
I'm one of those people. I'm the bad person to ask. You could tell me the whole movie, and I'm still going to watch it. But
okay,
I get it.
That's
enough. Why I didn't tell you about the show we were talking about.
Exactly.
Like I know the ending, but
exactly.
I ain't gonna ruin it.
I don't want to know what happens.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised. If there's a twist at the end, if you told me, oh yeah, the usual suspects. Oh, here's what happens at the end.
Well, there's some movies.
Like,
There's some movies that are like, you're probably wondering how I got here, and it's like the last scene, and then it goes like
6 weeks.
And then
6 weeks
okay,
ago.
but that's whatever. That's
so technically,
okay. Shut your mouth. Let's move on. King of the Ring, the final. It's going to be between Rhodes, Uso, or Zayn or Orton. So it's going to be either Zayn versus Rhodes or Uso, or you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Is this Jay's like, all right, we're going to take the title off you, but you're still selling merch, so King Yeet? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like
honestly, because then he gets a title shot at SummerSlam. I don't think they want to give him another world title shot.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like
it's going to be. I know what it is. It's Rhodes. It's going to end up being Rhodes Orton because that's a big match.
Yeah.
And then
Orton was great on fucking Raw.
Cody Rhodes will win.
Boo.
Listen, because how storybook is that? Rhodes has to beat Orton, one of Cena's biggest rivals, to get his rematch against Cena at SummerSlam. And then, like I said, Cena versus Rhodes SummerSlam for the world title. He gets his world title match. I mean, that's what it's going to be. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, you have a point. Because at first, before, I forgot that they get a title shot. Because I was like, Sami Zayn's the winner
They
here.
get a title shot. It's at SummerSlam. Is the title for the title?
But I forgot that is the case. So yeah, actually, you're totally right. It's going to be Orton, I think.
I'd love Orton. I'd be totally fine get another Cena Orton and Orton.
As long as it's better than the last one.
Oh, well, I mean, you guys think Orton's going to win?
I'd like him to.
Cena?
No. Cody
like
Rhodes is going to beat Randy Orton.
In
the finals at Night of Champions at Saudi, right? Wait, is that at Saudi?
It's going to be the final.
These finals
four, there's going to be another match before Saudi, and then it's going to be the final at Saudi. Like, to determine these
the
four.
King of the Ring winner is going to be at Saudi.
Yeah, I mean, and the Saudi fans, they probably would want to see that at Cody, Randy. Cause it's Jay and who else? Who was the fourth person again?
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
I mean, we know that guy.
Sami got something going on with Karrion Kross and that whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sammy needs something, man. Sammy needs something different.
We got another heel run going for Sammy soon.
I could see that.
I hope so.
Karrion's gonna get in his head. He's gonna, the opportunist. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny is Sammy got back over as a heel. You know what I mean? Like his whole conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like him, that match
like
versus
Che Guevara.
Bro, that match
was
versus
sick.
Johnny Knoxville, I'm sorry, that was one of the greatest matches in recent history. That shit was insane, and that got him over real big. So I wouldn't be mad at seeing him go back to maybe even that gimmick. Like, fuck it, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So
that's why I never get my opportunity. I try to do the right thing. I still don't. The man's trying to hold me down.
Yeah,
right.
He goes back to being a conspiracy theorist.
Fuck yeah. You should do like an InfoWars gimmick.
He's like, they're turning the frogs gay. Well, yeah. So you guys got Cody winning this?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I would really like Randy too. I would love especially
that.
after last night on Raw. I was cracking up. The little nuances he does when fucking Carmelo tried to get him.
He's the best.
He hit him with the no. Like, I see what you tried to do. Yeah. Then he got up he was hurt his arm, and he was like, "Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Like, I'm good." Those little things he just shows how much he's a pro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, next up we've got Queen of the Ring, 4 finalists: Perez, Cargill, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss.
I mean, it's pretty clear, right? Everybody. I mean,
Jade?
I don't. Yeah, obviously.
She just looks like a queen.
And then I think she has. And then I think she has a match at SummerSlam against who are the champions? Tiffy and who's the other champion? Tiffy and who has the world? Io, right?
Yeah.
Io. Yeah.
So she'll have a match with one of those, probably.
Wait, but what if? Hold on.
What?
What if Naomi cashes in on Tiffany before SummerSlam, and then Naomi and Jade?
Nah, that was my whole booking, was that Jade wins her first women's title, her first world championship, and then immediately Naomi cashes in, and then just heat on Naomi, just like
I don't know. I can see Jade winning the women's, and then either way they're gonna end up one of them with the title, one cashing it. You know what I mean? Like one way or another.
Yeah.
It would have been sick. It would. You know what? I wish it would have.
Do you think they're saving Naomi versus Tiffany for SummerSlam?
Nah. Here's what I would have done. That triple threat with Rhea, Io, and Bianca. I would have had Bianca win that, and I would have had Bianca hold the championship until SummerSlam, where she takes it off of Jade in a clean 1v1, clean face versus face. Shake their hand at the end, and then Naomi comes in, smacks her in the back of the head. Bianca aligns with Naomi, heel Naomi and Bianca, or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Just something where it's or something where it's like a triple threat between. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
That's
like,
a nice 3-way.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
That's gunky kind of 3-way. All that chocolate.
Jesus. Well, look, final match on the card for this. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles.
Sick.
Yeah,
Into
this
it.
is actually sick. Like, I mean, who do you guys got? I feel like it's gonna Loki. I feel like it's gonna be AJ.
See AJ winning.
I feel like it's gonna be.
And like is this where Judgment Day implodes? You know, Finn Balor. They keep teasing all this shit. Like, it's got to be some point where it pays off, because if you drag it out too long, you know what I mean. You got to strike while the iron's hot, as they say.
Right.
Maybe like Finn Balor costs him the match, Dom the match accidentally.
Right.
Like, he came out to help, and then it just kind of goes down from there.
Yeah. I could see that.
Because like on Raw, Dom, you know what I mean? Told him like, oh no, I got JD's back. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You were supposed to take care of AJ Styles last week, and you couldn't get the job done. So why don't you just chill? And like Finn, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what? You're right. You should be out there. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. Like, how long do you drag it out for?
Yeah. I mean, regardless, I think this is going to be a really entertaining match. I think Dom will sell. I mean, Dom is such a great seller. Like, I think, you know, when he sells that phenomenal forearm.
He doesn't need a title.
No, he doesn't.
It looks good on his resume right now, but
totally.
he doesn't. People love Dom because he's just fucking.
He's a great
awesome,
heel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you got to make sure AJ doesn't not renew his contract in like a couple weeks here, and then show up at All In Texas because I see the AEW marks going wild on Twitter, fucking talking about he hasn't renewed his contract. He still hasn't renewed his contract, and so
I will say
they're really hoping.
I was like,
they want that, bro.
They didn't renew her contract, and she's coming to WWE.
Bro, they want that Ospreay AJ Styles dream match so bad.
I will say it would be so
very
good.
Sick. Honestly, AJ would probably be better off over
I was
there.
Gonna say,
I'm going to be
honestly, I hate to say it, but you're totally
If
right.
he's over there, he's got to be.
Bro,
like,
Tony Khan's definitely giving him a world championship run.
You're right.
Totally.
Right.
One last time.
I don't see in any universe right now.
Yeah.
I don't see in any universe right now AJ wins the world title again. Maybe the one Gunther has. Maybe
that.
if he gets lucky, if something happens, but I really don't see that dude holding a world title again.
Now I'm just thinking about Styles versus Ospreay.
Imagine Styles holding the AEW World Championship. I can kind of imagine right now. It's pretty fucking sick.
For the viewers at home, he's closing his
unified
eyes.
title.
Yeah. Damn, that
the
would
triple
be
B,
crazy.
as MJF calls it.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I think this is. I'd go on AJ here. I think he wins it.
I don't think so. I think Dom's going to retain. But I think it would be a smart idea to give AJ the Intercontinental so he can't.
Right, if AJ won,
off.
like, people wouldn't be mad. Like, what? AJ beat Dom? No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, nobody be mad.
And then maybe he didn't renew his contract. Maybe this is how you know what I mean? Oh, we got you. We'll put a belt on you. Like, hang out, sign like an extension.
Yeah.
You know, they do that shit all the time to appease people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, it's almost that time. But we got a couple quick hits here. Number 1. Mercedes Moné reportedly dating the Beast Mortos.
Oh, as they say, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Jay was very upset in the group chat that we thought
I love
was
that
funny.
all the pics still of them like on vacation and doing shit is like an emoji over his face.
So funny.
Yeah,
Even while he's out.
Jay sent this to the group chat, and somebody responded with a haha reaction.
Yeah,
And he
he's
said,
very
"There's nothing
upset.
funny about that, bro. That guy's a unit."
Yeah, he just like got his law degree or something.
Yeah, he's a fucking lawyer, man.
Yeah, he's
good
the
week
man.
for Beast Mortos.
Shout out to Beast Mortos. Get your law degree and you're dating
They were like,
Mercedes.
he really knows the raw.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shout out to him. I asked if we thought that he kept the mask on during sex, and it was received
He's gonna
with
sue
no pop.
JA for slander.
He definitely is. Next up, Undertaker reportedly part of the creative team.
Yeah,
now.
I saw he had a lot to do with the Money in the Bank card.
Very interesting.
Which was very predictable. It seems like he's getting a lot more involved. He did the LFG show.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
I like to see like you know what I mean, like these old legends like
It's
involved somewhere.
it's like
Yeah.
Undertaker's part of creative. Expect the lights to go out a bunch and a bunch of casket matches.
They're like, hey, we got to get a bunch of caskets, guys.
Yeah, remember the other week? I'm like, what happened to Buried Alive? Expect maybe that to come
about
back
to say,
now with
yeah.
this
That'd be
fucking
good.
guy.
I would like that.
Can we get another push of the Wyatt Six? The creepy
spooky
gimmick?
stuff.
So Undertaker's gonna be like, all right, so Cody Cena. So the lights go out, and then
I come out. He just books himself into every match.
and then I roll my eyes back, and I get all
Yeah.
spooky.
Yeah.
Come down on my motorcycle.
Oh yeah, he won't even do it. He'll come down on the stupid motorcycle
Yeah,
gimmick. God damn it.
Kid
He's
Rock
like-
will be on the back of the motorcycle. No. I'll have a little sidecar for Kid Rock.
Yeah, Kid Rock performing live on the sidecar.
in the sidecar.
But no, in all reality, like, it is cool to see these older guys getting involved.
It was.
I hope that they bring a little bit of.
It was his guy that won
knowledge.
LFG, right? Was it his wrestler that he represented?
I don't know. Now I have to look.
A Team Taker one, I believe. I don't think it was Booker. I don't think it was Bubba.
Jasper Troy.
Yeah. Who had a decent match with Obafemi. He's a pretty big fucking guy.
Really?
They had a good match. He put Oba, like, almost beat him believably.
Gotcha. Let me see. Yeah, Team Undertaker.
Yeah.
Tyra May Steele. No, Tyra May Steele. The girl, she won.
Oh, she was on
Team Taker.
Gotcha.
And Jasper Troy was on Team Booker.
Gotcha, okay.
I can't believe my boy fucking, what's his name, didn't win. The dude who kept fucking mouthing off to everybody.
Oh, I'm surprised the female you didn't win.
Oh, my God. You know what?
Oh, my God.
Let's keep it moving here. Dominic Mysterio had some custom Jordans on the other night.
They're
and
actually
they were sick.
fire. Like, I would cop them.
Yeah. They were cool. They had like a
Little homage.
Yeah, to all.
Even though his dad's a shitty dad, he still brought him into this world. So he
Yeah.
had like the eagles from his mask, La Parka's like skeleton, little bones thing.
They had the Latino heat,
and then
thing
like
inside.
Latino cheat
Yeah, Latino cheat yeah.
on the insole.
That was sick.
Yeah, I'd cop them. I'd rock them, Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
those things are
dope.
pretty fucking
They're
hard.
definitely dope. Yeah,
Nike, drop them, Jones.
for real.
Hard as nails.
For real. They should do like some more. I would like to see like a WWE real like a real collab shoe. Not
Yeah.
I'm not
When's the
talking
last
about
time
Not like a dunk with a belt shoe.
Listen,
and shoe
I mean those
shoe
are
tag.
cool, but like just
They were
not
just pandas with
exactly.
fucking.
Who- When's the last time you saw like a new cool basketball shoe? Like a new. I'm not talking like, oh, this guy did a new Jordan. No. Like a actual new
I mean,
modeled.
There's a couple.
I
out
don't
now.
like new basketball shoes, and I like fashion wise.
Fashion-wise,
they
yeah.
are. I get on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ankle support. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
all that shit.
But like even LeBron's like no like the people say those are corny. So it's like why not just like make some Doms Nike like
The only
like,
ones that were
us smelly
even-
marks we'd buy the shit out of them. We think they're so cool.
The only
Right.
ones that are decent, I think, are Devin Booker's new shoes.
You don't like
Basketball
I
guy-
thought wrestling.
listen.
But you don't like them swerve.
Basketball
fucking-
fans are too cool. They're fickle. Us wrestling morons, we'd be like,
Those are
Especially
fucking
the first,
AJ
like, few
Style
pairs.
4s.
Yeah, well, they have to put out a decent shoe because they're always like, hey, look, we're putting out a new shoe. And it's like a fucking Fila. I'm like, bro, can't you guys get a Jordan deal? What the fuck? Like, why can you guys are TKO. You guys like have
Nike's
billions of
surprised he
dollars.
doesn't want anything to do with wrestling. They teased the Roman Reigns thing,
Yeah,
and
those
that never
never
came to
dropped.
fruition. But Reebok and Feli, bro, they're
Yeah,
in the
I know.
game.
And it's like, listen, respect to Reebok and Fila. They've been around for a million years. They're like the worst shoe brands out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like cool, like
Yeah.
Reebok has good shoes. They never decide to make that the shoe
Feli
that they collab.
Definitely, they got like they did the New Days.
Yeah.
I
Jay
think-
was like, I need those.
Oh my god, he's like, I need the Sasha
need
Banks.
those,
Yeah,
bro.
the Filas.
Filas.
Sasha Banks Filas are horrible. All gold and purple. It's like unreal, dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
who is designing this shit? But
Nike? Step it up.
yeah, I would love to see it, or even like Adidas, bro. Like, an Ultra Boost. Like, I would love to see that. That'd be sick.
I would even settle for a Puma.
I wouldn't. Next up, we got new NIL deals.
A lot of nepotism going on.
Yeah, talk about nepotism.
Yeah,
Shout
good
out
thing
to
Woody's
Woody.
not on this
Yeah,
episode.
Woody's not on this
Right.
episode. We got.
What do you call him?
He sensed that we were talking about nepotism.
But yeah, I mean, like I kind of even stemmed on it a little bit earlier with Goldberg's son. This
Yeah,
this business historically
Yeah, it is. I mean,
is
so
built
Three
off
of there's
of
three
this.
three kids.
yeah,
in this
we
one.
got Mark Henry's son, Jacob Henry, who we met, right?
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
at the store.
Yep.
Yeah, he was very cool. Titus O'Neil's son, TJ Bullard, and Scott Steiner's son, Brock Rechsteiner. And these dudes are three absolute
Do we get
units.
Brock Rechsteiner and Braun Breaker?
Whoa, that would be sick.
That'd be crazy.
What does that
wouldn't
make them? Cousins, right?
yep.
it? Yep.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Instead of the Steiner Bros, it's the Steiner cousins.
Yeah.
Steiner cousins, sorry.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I mean, like you said, if they got any talent close to any of those guys, they should be perfectly fine in this business.
Hopefully they got the charisma, because Mark Henry, Sexual Chocolate, you know what I mean? Even the funny stuff that he did, you know what I mean? Like that stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He's great. Strongest man in the
Steiner
world.
Brothers, that speaks for it. You know what I mean? Like, it fucking speaks for itself. His kid actually is fucking jacked.
Yeah, he looks like he's fucking
just like them. He's got like no neck.
Freak genetics.
Yeah,
he's genetic freak.
I was surprised by Titus's kid.
Yeah.
Let's see if that kid slips under the fucking ring.
Titus World Slide 2.0.
They're like, debuting for the first time ever. And he goes right down.
He should
just come out from under the ring.
He should do it.
As his debut, he should come out, trip and slide under the ring.
He should just come out from under the ring, bro.
Yeah,
it should just be
awesome.
gimmick that Titus O'Neil lives under the ring now.
Yeah, Hornswoggle. And finally, before we leave, shout out to Paramore. They're apparently doing Bailey's new entrance music.
Ugh.
Move over, fucking Def Rebel. Your days are numbered.
Paramore got there before Metro Boomin.
Listen, Metro Boomin's coming, dude. Def Rebel, count your fucking days. Because guess what? They're bringing back Jimmy J.
I'm not mad. Maybe they debut it when Bailey faces Becky. You know what I mean? Like, that's the debut. I wouldn't use it just now as like... I'd wait till that match, like that big match, maybe SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like, even have them maybe fucking perform and Bailey comes out.
Yeah.
I feel like right now Jim Johnson has been locked in an Atlanta studio with Metro Boomin for the last, 2 weeks. Literally just laying verse. He's the one rapping. He's just been laying verses down like nobody's business. He's like... Just about every wrestler. He has a Jacob Fatu song coming. He literally
so
is just
sick,
in there going crazy, bro. They got Thug and Future like, yo, this white boy going wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to Paramore. I saw Haley Williams come out with Turnstile like 2 weeks ago. It was so sick. Gunky said I was whack for that, but he's whack and he doesn't know shit. But yeah, that's our time for this week. Yeah, as you guys know, hit us up. Let us know.
Tap in.
Yeah, tap in with us.
I still like saying tap in.
I love saying tap in. It's my favorite.
Tap out.
Hit us on IG, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
We can't use tap out. We can't use tap
in
out
or tap out. That's what we should say.
But we can't say tap out because of copyright infringement.
Yeah, tap out. Remember?
The clothing brand's going to send us a cease and desist.
Fucking Jerry Lawler's favorite clothing brand. Oh, no, that was Affliction.
No, that's
Affliction.
Yo, the Jerry Lawler Affliction era is undefeated.
I need that Jerry Lawler figure with the Affliction shirt they have. It's so sick.
Oh, man. Affliction was so sick.
Dude, he was fucking 17-year-olds wearing Affliction. He
having
was the
heart
man.
attacks on air.
Literally, he's the man. He's the American dream. Fuck Dusty Rhodes. That's literally what...
I have a Dusty Rhodes tattoo, too.
Yeah. So people don't even think that is that. They're like, what is that?
Somebody
glob?
asked me if it was a piece of meatloaf one time. Well, yeah. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Listen to Grappling with the Gilmans. Those kids always got the hot takes going on. And I guess that's about it for this week, guys. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
All right. Well, in that
Hopefully
case...
Liv Morgan getting hurt doesn't fuck up Evolution.
Evolution is a mystery.
Let's get out of here.
I didn't know she's going to be in the new Evolution.
Who was the guy who was in it and then they cut him out? And he's in the Jindrak.
Mark Jindrak.
I was like, the first
Bro,
time
there's footage of him walking with him.
Yeah.
How big of a loser do you feel like?
The first time I ever saw that, I was like, wait.
So cursed.
That's not Batista or whoever it was. Yeah. Evolution is a mystery. That's another great song.
Mark Jindrak fucking sucks.
Oh, man. Once again, we've recorded the perfect pod. We out.